What's up, DCNH? We're back in the video on Strange Adventures. Now, we're checking out issue number 5 today. And guys, I'm not going to recount the previous issues. You can go check out those issues down below. I'll link down below in the description of playlist of the previous videos. And, okay, I'll give you a quick, overview, alright? Adam Strange's been framed for a murder. And we got Mr. Terrific just investigating him. None of the other Justice League members are investigating this whole case because they know Adam Strange personally. Where Mr. Terrific does not know that. He's went to Iran. He's went to all kinds of places to figure out if Adam Strange is who he says he is. Now, we've seen flashbacks of Adam Strange on Rand, protecting it, and we're seeing present day in Metropolis, the world, and what Adam Strange and his wife Alana are doing. So yeah guys, that's pretty much a quick overview, recap, but if you want more context and more of the story, which has been pretty good so far, Mr. Terrific's been awesome, Adam Strange's been great guys, the writing by Tom King's actually been pretty good, and the art by Evan Doc Chandler and Mitch Jarvis has been really good. So guys, I actually prefer check out those videos, or at least go check out the comics before diving into this video. But yeah guys, if you're ready, then let's dive into issue number 5. Now, how this issue opens up, you see this Helitat, right? Named Kenneth, alright? And he's talking to this, pretty much this, underdweller who's supposed to be more, not as good as him, right? He's kind of better than him, right? That's what Kenneth is saying. He has Adam Strange and Alana by his side, and Kenneth just insults this guy, saying, no, I have the pride of the Helitat, I'm really good, I'm the son of this, the son of that, I follow this whole ancestry, and I'm not going to be insulted, I'm not going to be pretty much put down by this, pretty much underdweller. And this one guy just grabs him by the neck and lifts him up and starts choking him. What this guy says is, what you will accept, Upper Worlder, is no concern of mine. And he's getting choked, guys, and you see Adam Strange starts to pull his gun. And Alana says, Adam Strange, you know what will happen? You draw that gun, you fire, the laser will pretty much blast off into the walls and hit Kenneth. You'll probably kill him. And she says, do what we can only do nothing. And you see Adam Strange struggle with this. He reaches for the gun. He pulls back. He reaches for it. He pulls back. But then he looks and he hears a snap. It's a really intense scene, right? And you see this rock guy, and he says, I know you. You are Adam Strange, Off-Worlder. You have come with Upper Worlders to my cave. Is there a reason? Do you also wish to die? He's choked out, this Helitat killed him, and that's when we shift to present day. And Adam Strange is saying, Booster Gold called me today. I don't think we've spoken. I don't know if we've ever just spoken, just the two of us. He said Superman and Batman had sent out a message to the whole Justice League that no one's supposed to talk to me now. Adam Strange continues saying he wanted to know why. He literally wanted to talk to me about why he wasn't allowed to talk to me. Seriously, this is real. And Alana's just to look at the newspaper, she's drinking her coffee, she's chilling, right? And Adam Strange continues to say that Booster has access to weapons that could kill a whole bunch of people, and he acts like he's a 5-year-old and people are mad at me. And Alana says they're just all mad that you're more popular than you. They're afraid they'll lose the precious support of their fans. Superheroes are just niche celebrities in capes. Which is a really great line, guys, that really makes me like pretty much Alana's character. At first, guys, Alana was just like, okay, she's alright, she's the wife of Adam Strange, but over the past few issues, and this issue mostly, she becomes super interesting and really cool, right? I actually really like her character. As we continue, Adam Strange says, but anyway, according to Booster, who wouldn't stop even if I asked him to, now that they're not supposed to talk to me, everyone's talking about me. They're pretty much gossiping. And Alana says, Adam, you shouldn't listen to that crap. It's just all toxic. And she then looks at pretty much her phone and she curses. And Adam's like, what? And she sees that Batman pretty much on this news report is struggling to pretty much investigate all this stuff going on. And the Pykkts are coming. So the Pykkts are coming and Batman is the first one on the job to investigate. Now, we go back to the past in Rand and you see this rock guy and he's like, this is the cage of caves. You will wait here while we consider your offer. Queen says, we will have an answer for you soon. One day, she says, very quickly, for this, though they have much to consider. And he continues, we do not enjoy your wars. We would enjoy killing you, but these Pykkts, I do not know. It is a dilemma, yes. Now, Adam Strange says, one day, that's not that bad. I'm staying worse in my travels. And Alana says, they do not have the suns down here, my love. A day refers to the movement of the rocks, caused by shifts in the waves in the ocean above. A cycle of the moons. A day is not a day. Is a month. And Adam says, what? Are you mad? There is a war going on. This negotiation is over. We have to fight our way out. And Alana says, oh darling, no. And she continues to say, there are a few miles of dirt above us, and the only way out is how we got in. Through the shifting spirits of the rock people. Spirits only they can control. Our weapons are useless against them. They're stronger than we are. And they move through this environment faster than we can. That power is what we need. What we need to join with our power to fight the Pykkts. The fact that we are so helpless is why we're here. And she finally says, I know you want to do something. I want to do something as well. But what choice is there but to wait and to live? So, Adam Strange and Alana are in a bad situation. Like, think about this. You're trying to make deals. You made a deal with the Helltap, but now you're trying to make a deal with the rock people, right? But you're now stuck in this place for a month without water, without food. And all you gotta do is survive. And you may have this new, pretty much this tribe of the rock people to help you against the Pykkts, which is really good, but is it worth pretty much starving and losing water? I don't think it is. Like, if I was in that situation, that would be a really big deal to think about, right? I wouldn't just be like, yeah, sure, I'll wait down here for a whole month. I wouldn't do that. But Alana has a plan. Adam Strange just flowing with it. He's like, okay, I trust you, but this is a bad idea. But what we see back in present day on Earth is that Batman is pretty much attacking these Pykkts, and news reports are saying that the Pykkts are coming. There's more different Pykkt weapons that are showing up, and the Batman is investigating this. Now, Alana and Adam Strange go to like this courtroom, and what we see here is Judge is saying that, okay, this is the closest that the Pykkts have ever came to pretty much attacking us. It's really getting frightening. And we see Martian Manager there, and he's pretty much talking for the Justice League. Alright, what he says is, okay, I see this. There's some grave danger here. The Pykkts are mysterious. We don't know about them. But the Justice League went against pretty much powerful beings before. We defended this whole world so many times, and even in the darkest times, we pushed through. And he says this will be no different. Superman is on our side. He gives us hope. And Martian Manhunter says, even when I first met Superman, he gave me so hope in protecting this world. But now, with all this going on, even Superman hasn't lost hope. Just drive with his hope. The American people, everyone around the world should stay with us. Believe in the Justice League and we'll lead them to a victory. And we see the Judge and he's like, well, I can say that is heartening to hear. These are very troubling times, but we must admit we have faced tough times before. Instead, it's a time of, well, it's corny to say hope, but corny is not so bad back where I came from. It is a blessing to have the Justice League here to share with the American people that this is not time for panic. And we, this person from afar, say bullshit. And it's actually Alana. And the judge says, I'm sorry, I don't, excuse me? And Alana says, I said bullshit. And she says, you think you're prepared? You think you can take down the Pykkts? And what she pretty much says in this page is, yeah, you're the Justice League, but we're pretty much ready for this. We are way more skilled, we are way more advanced than the whole world is, this Earth. And actually, one Pykkt's weapons can take down a Justice League member just like that. So what makes you think that you'll defend this place, the Justice League, if Rand, which is way more advanced now, way more heroes, couldn't do it themselves? We died. And she's pretty much saying that there's no way we're going to win this. The Justice League will lose and the Pykkts will take over. And she concludes that that pretty much it's extraordinary that all this death has happened in Rand. And you think that, oh, that doesn't mean anything. That the Rand doesn't mean anything that much to the whole universe. Well, it means a lot because we're really advanced and this Earth is not. So she's pretty much driving this idea that, no, you guys are not going to survive the Pykkts at all, even if you have the Justice League. Now, we go back to the past and we see Adam Strange. He's just trying to hit into the ground. He's trying to get water for him and Alana. And he says, there, do you have the rock? And she says, shh. And he says, do you have it? She's like, I got it. And then Adam smashes this rat, guys. He actually takes this rat and she says, first, the desert, now the cave. I'm tired of it. Everything about me tired. Can one of these idiotic, isolated people agree to work with their own damn plant without having us to starve for so long? And Adam says, I don't know. I want this air being to hold or not. I couldn't leave you here, but if I came, maybe I could come back with something, some help. I could come back with something. And they're pretty much eating this rat, right? And continues to say that, I mean, the rats are fine, but we'll die without water before we die without food. We come to find a way. There's always a way, isn't there? And he says the line. He's like, remember the last time we fought these guys when they kidnapped us and they invaded the capital? All I had to do was figure out that their guns were hot. That meant they couldn't stand cold. So we just blasted them with ammonium nitrate and turned their guns cold and they all retreated. and it was over. And it holds Alana close. And can you just say, it was just so much easier. We didn't know it, but they were, and I wish I'd known it. Every day now, I wake up, and all I want is something easy again. And just a villain, just a problem, a science solution, not a war and a rat. And they hold hands. And Alana says, we'll get through this, Adam. You know we will, as we always do together. And then whatever's on the other side of this will be ours. We'll win. We'll make it to paradise. Now, we shift to the splash image of Alana just looking over the city, and we see this news reporter come by. She says, I spoke to the president. Now, by the way, guys, Miss Jared's artwork looks amazing here, especially with Alana, guys. Her looking out through the city is an awesome splash image. And guys, Evan Doc Shanner's artwork, where Alana and Adam Strange are talking, really pushes that moment far. Alana and this news reporter talk, right? And Alana says, hey, can I smoke here? Like, you thought that? And the news reporter says, yeah, it's a balcony, go ahead. And Alana then says, okay, what do you want? And the news reporter pretty much says that the president is thinking about the Pykkts, and he sees them as a grave danger. And he doesn't know the justice are enough to defeat him. But Adam Strange and you, Alana, have faced off against them before. Maybe if you guys join our task force, this new task force that can take down the Pykkts, maybe we can win. Would you be down for that? And then the news reporter asks Alana, hey, where's Adam Strange? And Alana's like, well, he's out doing some heroics. He's actually saving some people. And we see an image of him actually teaming up with Flash, which is a really cool image, guys. But Alana says, yeah, we'll do this. Well, Adam Strange will join your task force. Now, we go back to the past, and we see Adam, he's hanging to the wall, trying to get water. And he says, it's there, you see it? And she's like, hurry. And he says, there must have been a storm or something. Maybe it's there's, I see it. And he says, it's wet, it's water. And then she says, yes, I do see it. She says, oh, Adam. And they start drinking. He's like, Alana, we're going to get to the other side. I know it. With you, I know. And then they look at each other and they start kissing, guys. Now, from there, they pretty much rip off each other's clothes and then they have sex. That's what happens, right? So they start kissing, so they have a great moment. But in the present day, what we see is Alana, she's just drinking, and she's talking to Adam. She says, of course there's a problem, but it's not a big problem at all, and nothing we can't overcome with some talk. And Adam says, let me guess, Mr. Terrific, Joy. And she says they're not saying no, but they're concerned about possible revelations. Now, she's talking about Prince the President. She's talking to Adam Strange, though. And she says, they phrase it in all the nicest way. They just want something to know that they'd be safe. Like Earth wants to know that they're safe. And she then just pretty much recaps everything as how Mr. Terrific, how he slapped pretty much her father. Mr. Terrific has been really bold in the series, and a lot of pretty much shows that and talks to Adam about that here. And what happens there is that she says, I need to pretty much teach him some manners. And she's like, maybe Mr. Terrific will lead this whole case. Like, Earth doesn't like him, the whole Rand don't like him. Like, why is he still doing this? I need to teach him manners eventually. And now Strange says, and what will you teach me? And she's like, oh, you totally just simple manners. And she says, to battle's fought. And now Strange says, to war's won. To Rand. And they pretty much just cheers. They hit their pretty much drinks and they start drinking. Now, what we see next is we go back to the flashback where Adam Strange, he has some clothes on again. And he says, just one. How did we all this hell in one damn day? The longest day. And she says, oh, I don't know. Is this so different than any other day? And she says, this too is survived. And she goes on this big monologue saying, please forgive me for speaking first. But in your cave, under your curse, I have had a revelation, my lady. And she's speaking to the rock people, right? There's a rock queen and the rock king, right? And she pretty much says here that you put us through hell. You put us through all this bad stuff. And I don't even care if you join our side or just leave us. But just know, if you join our side, I'll welcome you. We'll take down the Pykkts. We'll be a united nation again. But if you don't, I'll be so happily, when I defeat the Pykkts, to come back here and kill you. And what happens here is she's looking at the rock people, and she says, my big revelation is, we were never at your mercy. You are forever at ours. She's saying, I'm not afraid of you. You should be afraid of us. Now, we shift to Adam Strange to the president. The president is talking, asking like Adam Strange questions, like, hey, do you have a good relationship with like the Justice League? Do they trust you? And Adam Strange says, yes, I do have a good relationship with the Justice League. I always trust them in everything they do. That's why when they investigated me and put Mr. Terrific on this job, I trusted them. But I hope once they get to the conclusion that it's a good conclusion, that they're not trying to actually go against me. And we see them talking, and this news report says, well, what about your wife? Is she so keen about this? What is she doing? And Adam Strange says, well, she's not here today because she's actually trying to recruit some people. She's trying to get into this investigation further. Now, we see Alana, she's actually with Miss Terrific talking about this whole investigation. Alana's probably saying to Miss Terrific that, hey, you should just end this. Don't be in this investigation anymore. You're dumb. Like, you know, that sort of stuff. She's just insulting him, right? Now, we shift to Rand in the flashback, and we see a Heliotat and the Rock Queen actually getting married. Now, this priest says, today, my friends, we come together in the desert, the cave, and the sea. Tomorrow, my friends, we fight everywhere, in the desert, in the cave, and the sea. May the gods forgive those who stand in our way, for we shall forgive them nothing. And we see Adam Strange and Alana and their daughter, and Adam Strange says, incredible. And Alana says, watch closely, Aaliyah. This is history. You're witnessing something I never thought I'd see when I was a little girl. I never dreamed I'd see. Rand, our little ever-divided, ever-beloved planet, united, ready for the fight. And you see all these people surrounding this wedding, and it's just really incredible, guys. Aaliyah just has some frogs, and she's watching in the distance. And Alana concludes, my little girl, look long. You'll remember this for the rest of your life. To be continued. Now, this is very interesting, guys, because where's their daughter? Did she die? That's the big mystery in the series, I think. Because it's like, okay, who killed that one guy in issue number 1? Is Adam Strange actually guilty? That's good and all, like it's interesting. But the whole thing about the daughter, that's what I'm intrigued about, right? You also seeing this ending of all these people around Rand who must gather together and see Adam Strange and Alana's mission actually go successful is really cool, and it brings this first part of the series pretty much together very well. Now, Mr. Terrific is not really here in this issue that much, but I'm excited to see where Tom King takes his character in the next issue. But yeah, guys, overall this issue, it had a lot of words. It's a little bit of a wordy issue, but there's a lot of context in here, like a lot of background information, and a lot of like plot progression, which I always like. And Tom King actually wrote Alana really good, Adam Strange really good. Their bond in the past, their relationship is really strong, and also seeing Martian Manhunter in the Justice League is always a treat. And guys, Miss Jared and Evan Doc Shanner are just doing a great job. Their art is some of the best in the business, and it shows here. So that's why I'm giving this entire issue number 5 of Strange Adventures, an 8.5. I think it's solid. I recommend guys you should check it out. And yeah, guys, in the comments section below, tell me about the issues you loved, did you hate it? Do you think it was too wordy, or you think it was just enough? And what do you think about the story so far, and what are your theories for next issue? If you guys like me, give a big thumbs up on YouTube. I'm excited to my next Strange Adventures review. I'll be reviewing this entire series. We got 7 more issues, so that's a lot of content for you guys, and a lot of content for me to read, which I'm really excited to read, right? Because Tom King, I was a little skeptical at first going into the series, but he's proved that he could be a good writer in some sense. Like, I already knew that. I think read Mr. Miracle and other series, but this Strange Adventures series came out right after his whole Batman run, so I was really skeptical. You can't blame me. But so far, it's been proving that's a great series, and I'm actually really excited for the rest of it. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.